Have you ever looked at a beautiful piece of pottery and wondered how they're made? Well, today I'm going to be explaining the three basic processes of hand building clay pots. There are three widely used techniques to make clay pots. The first being pinch pot, the second being coil pot, and the third being slab pot. I'll be going over each technique, how they're made, a brief history of each, and how they're used. In high school, I took 2 years of ceramic classes. During those 2 years, I spent my time vigorously practicing each method and making multiple pieces of artwork with each technique. Also, I wrote numerous essays about the history and culture of each technique. The first and the easiest technique is called the pinch technique. This technique is performed by rolling the clay into a ball with your hands, where the sides are then pressed out to form shapes like cups, dish, bowl, or a pot. This technique is most commonly used today and in ancient culture because it is the fastest and the easiest form of hand building clay pottery to learn and perform. Although we don't know the exact origin of this method, we know it's much older than 5,000 years. And as you can see with this, it's not a shape of a bowl, cup, or a dish. It's actually a sphere. And the way that this was made was, it was two bowls made with the pinch technique, but then those two bowls were pressed together with glue to make a sphere shape. The second technique, shown here, is called the coil method. The coil method has been used for thousands of years among cultures ranging all over the world, such as Africa, Greece, New Mexico, and even China. To perform this technique, the clay must be rolled into elongated clips, where the clips are stacked atop each other to form any type of shape that the potter desires. Once the coils are stacked on top of each other, they can be smoothed, shown here, or they can be left alone to form a very detailed, textured, wickered look. As you can see here, it has a flat base where the clips were stacked on top of each other to form a vase shape. And here they've been smoothed out instead of a wickered look. The third technique is known as the slab method. To perform this method, the clay is rolled out much like the dough when making a pizza. The flattened slabs are then stuck together to form boxes or other generic shapes. This method of pottery was basically used in pre-Columbian Mesoamerican potters. Other than that, it hasn't really ever been popular among potters in ancient times, even in modern times. In summary, all of these techniques are easy to learn and can be used to make beautiful pieces of pottery. I just went over the three basic techniques, the first being pinch, second being slab, the second being coil, the third being slab. I hope that you now feel a little bit more knowledgeable about each method and pottery in general. And if you know someone, or if you yourself are interested in starting pottery, I strongly encourage you to start it as soon as possible. Thank you and have a great day.